Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So expectedly, Game of the Year went to The Last of Us Part 2 from the Game Awards, but this game also won 8 prizes in general, which is a lot. To be honest, I don't think it deserves all of those 8. We had that golden joystick thing. The journalists that voted in the golden joystick are very likely to be the very ones that are here in the Game Awards. So that makes a lot of sense. And then game direction, The Last of Us Part 2. Again, we criticized the crunch, the horrible crunch that Naughty Dog inflicted upon its employees. But again, journalists are always insisting on their opinions, which proved to be extremely different from what people think and like. There is that as well. Most anticipated game, Elden Ring from Software. But again, this nomination here was given and there was nothing about Elden Ring in the Game Awards. So this is strange. They didn't even include a kind of trailer or whatever. The narrative, again, Part 2, we criticized this story, the very stupid storytelling, but what can you say? Art direction goes to Ghost of Tsushima. It's just like a little pat on the back, here's a little prize for you. And then score music went to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Art design, again, The Last of Us Part 2. Performance, Abby Smash from The Last of Us Part 2. Games for Impact, Tell Me Why. Ongoing game, No Man's Sky. Indie game is Hades. Debut indie game, I don't understand what that exactly means. And the game is Phasmophobia. And then mobile game is Among Us. Community support is Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout. VR game Half-Life Alyx. Innovation and accessibility, The Last of Us Part 2. This one, to be honest, is well deserved because The Last of Us Part 2 has a lot of accessibility features that are kind of groundbreaking, to be honest, and that are a reference for every game to look up to. Hades is best action game, action adventure. So we have action and action adventure. Yeah, so many nominations, strange ones, and don't make any sense. So The Last of Us Part 2 is the winner here. Best RPG is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Best fighting game goes to Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Family game has to be a Nintendo game, which is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Simulation strategy game is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sports or racing game is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. Multiplayer game is Among Us. Content creator of the year is Valkyrie, or whoever that name is. I don't really know any one of these except Alana Pierce, because, she identified as an IGN or an ex-IGN employee, and the jokes about IGN. So there's that as well. Esports athlete Hyo Hyo-Soo. I think that's a Korean person. Then esports coach, esports events, so many esports things here, host, team, etc., etc. And then here we have a tweet from Jeff Keighley saying, thanks for watching the Game Awards in record numbers. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the show. And I think he's not going to care about our thoughts. He's just showing that he cares, but doesn't really. At least that's how I think it is, because the Game Awards formula hasn't really changed a lot throughout the years. And first person here says it is rigged, and we will see this rigged comment a lot, and it got so many likes in there, and yeah, we all know why. Another person here says, where is the Elden Ring? It said that it is the most anticipated game, but there was nothing shown about it. Another person here, rigged. Another person here, waste of time, felt way overhyped. I think that's understandable because they didn't show anything exclusive. Another person here says, literally nothing of interest was shown. So I'm picking people here with most likes because these people are more likely to have the opinions that most of us have. Another criticism here, the person said, you're asked to give awards and so many categories that you didn't let the winners speak and give more airtime to world premieres. It's laughable. And then another person here says, why did you give every award to The Last of Us Part 2? We should ask the journalists in there. They are the ones who have voted, and they see something us mortals don't see in that game. And then another person here, it says that it's kinda sus when a game so hated by a large part of the community wins almost every award it was put up for. When there is this game that is controversial and then it wins a lot of awards, it just raises a lot of questions. Another person here says, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. This is one of those memes. And then here says the player's choice says otherwise, because the person here says that the event wasn't rigged and that a lot of people love The Last of Us Part 2, and that's why it was and still is sitting in shelves in huge piles throughout so many stores around the world. And then another person here says, Geoff, you're probably not going to read this ever, and even if you did, it wouldn't make any difference. I think I agree, because these people don't really listen, they just fake that kind of listening attitude. And here he says, best direction, The Last of Us 2, the game that single-handedly resparked the discussion on extreme conditions of crunch, I think they wanted to say crunch here, on the video game industry. And then another person here says it was bad, stop trying to make games industry Hollywood, we don't want it, we don't want the activism, we don't want bad stories that we poo-poo and give game of the year because it's quote-unquote inclusive. And yeah, even the people that were the hosts of that game awards were people that are not really or necessarily related to gaming, just like a person, Brie Larson. I think she is an actor, and she's not really very liked by a lot of people. I don't know why, but I don't follow Hollywood. I don't care about actors, and I don't care about their opinions. There is another person there, I think she is also an actor, called Gal Gadot, and so many others. Some of them are related to gaming, but a lot of them aren't, and that's why this person here is voicing their opinion, saying that we don't want the games industry to be Hollywood, and I 100% agree. And then here one person says, no Elden Ring, no Silent Hill, God of War Ragnarok gameplay, don't keep your hopes up for that game, it's going to be shit, I shit you not. No Ratchet and Clank. So yeah, this is one other type of criticism about the content of the Game Awards, and we know that these Game Awards things are more like an opportunity for the people who host them to have massive advertisements from every part and every company. So it's not really 100% for the gamers. It's more like one of those shows that aim more at financial profit rather than, having that moment of gamers speaking to each other and interacting with game studios and game directors and knowing more about gaming news. And I am very happy I didn't watch the Game Awards, especially because the time difference, and also because I had very little expectations out of it, knowing that the people there have very little to do, if anything, with what we feel as, normal gamers, so to speak, as normal people who love games, and the games that we love, and the games that they love, or they pretend to love, and they back up for reasons we all know. And that's the Game Awards 2020. 2020 is already a very bad year. It's one of the worst years in recent history, and we wouldn't expect the Game Awards to be something that would make this year a bit better. But that's just me, that's my opinion. What's your opinion? Leave your comments down below, put a like if you liked the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good one.